Hey folks, this is yours truly, ShadiestAce's. I'm going to be doing videos about World of Warcraft now because I want to stress the concept that I'm not only into Pokemon. I want to show a little bit more. I did actually try to show Diablo 3 and the second expansion, but I did not pay attention entirely. And I totally forgot that I had the music playing in the background, and I recorded a video that had no voice whatsoever, just the audio playing, and of course YouTube was like, you ain't doing that, and then the video was basically blocked. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but anyways, I wanted to basically show you a little bit about the game. I want to show a little bit about the story, and I want to do something different than what I'm currently doing right now, and that is basically seeing at the very end of content, not dealing with anything different. I mean, and what I plan to do is not really different per se, because I've done it before, but it's different in the concept that they've added a lot of new features to the way the game runs and how it does the things that it does. Mainly revolving around the heirloom system, which over the last 6-7 years, since they first introduced the heirloom system, they've gone through a butt crack of different scenarios to change things up and whatnot. Consuming Void. I wish I could get that tricky, because that trinket looks dope. Looks fantastic. Oh. Okay, I've got to see this. I've got to show this to you guys. For those of you who've played World of Warcraft, you will know what this means. For those of you who have not, basically what this is the leader of the undead has just been given an awesome gift. An awesome gift. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. The undead faction, with their leader, Lady Sylvanas Windrunner, called the Banshee Queen. Those being behind her are her banshees. I do feel bad because they haven't really updated her model. I mean, they have, but they have not. It's kind of like upsetting a little bit because they've done a lot of changes in this game since I first started. Like, if you can look at the models of this character, this is how a lot of the characters looked in the beginning of the game. And then if you look at my current character, this is what the character models look now. Much more refined, much nicer looking. Hers doesn't look bad, don't get me wrong, she doesn't look bad at all, it's just different. But anyways, I wanted to start this from the beginning, and I wanted to start back on my original faction, which if you played this game, there are two factions. There's the Horde, which is the current faction I'm playing for right now, which entails the Blood Elves, the Goblins, the Orcs, the Trolls, the Tauren, the Undead, and the Pandas, the Pandarians, if you choose to be of the Horde faction. They are one of like the factions that can choose between either or, and so you can be the other faction, which is called the Alliance, which contains the humans, the gnomes, the dwarves, the Worgen, and the Draenei. Of course, I don't know if it says the humans, but I I did a number of videos before this and I totally fucked up going way into depth about the game, and I left a lot of loopholes out, and I figured, you know, I'm going to skip that. I'm just going to do some basic introduction. There are a total of 11 classes in the game. The Death Knight, the Mage, the Shaman, the Warlock, the Hunter, the Rogue, the Warrior, the Paladin, the Monk, and of course the Death Knight, which is the class I am playing right now. But I'm going to camp out. I'm going to get out of my current character. I can show you right now that I have... Oh yeah, I forgot this. Shaman. That was the other class. I totally forgot it was Shaman. But I'm going to change to Hydral, because that was the server I had made a level 1 Breslin Worgen Druid. Oh, I also forgot about the Druids. God. Ugh. It's my fault. I missed it. It's my bad, guys. I didn't mean to. There's just so many damn classes. I play this game. About 9 months after the game actually went live. The game had been running for about 9 months. I came in like at the tail end of everything awesome that happened.
I want the perimeter secured and the gates manned by 2 guards at all times. No one gets in, no one gets out.
But look at this guy's stash, though. That is a bad-ass looking stash, though. The stash of the Hillman. He's like that's the lumberjack stash is what he's got going on right there.
We protected Gilneas from the Scourge. We protected Gilneas during the Northgate Rebellion. We will protect Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be.
Get myself some gear because I'm a cheater. This isn't really cheating, but... And all my gear
Stand
looks
ready, guards!
wrong.
We don't know how many intruders we're dealing with, but the headlands are overrun and we're cut off from the harbor towns. Expect to be outnumbered.
Interface, action bars. Every time you make a new character, you have to do like everything all over again.
I want the perimeter secured and the gates manned by 2
I
guards
prefer
at all
auto
times.
loot because it's such a pain.
No one gets out.
But anyway, we're gonna pick up our first quest, which means I just need to talk to this lieutenant. I don't know where he is. Oh, apparently he's dead. Sucks to be you, dude. He's been mauled. Lieutenant appears to have died from severe wounds. The Prince might want to hear this news. You hear the sound of fighting coming from the market. Return to Prince Liam Greymane in the Merchant Square. I could literally spend a month
For my people.
because there's just so much going on in this game. And I need to turn down the sound because I almost can't hear my own voice. Speakers.
What's your story?
Right.
Long live
Get
Greymane.
ourselves a backpack. One-shot these fools. And I instantly went to level 2. Yeah, also they went through a lot of changes with the flow of health and experience and other things. 'Cause originally they released their first expansion and the health increase was pretty stable. It wasn't like too drastic. When they released their second expansion, that went straight through the window, and the health increase basically was like a 45% increase compared to like 11 to 12% increase. Like if you hit level 60, you in the original game you got like 8-9k hit points, plus, you know, mana, whatever stat you utilized, which varied. If you were an energy user, you had 100. If you're a rage user, you would generate up to 100 in your rage. If you were a runic power user, you would generate up to 100. What else? If you were a mana, that would vary based on certain aspects. When the original game came out, that was close to about half your health was mana.
Ain't you a chipper looking one?
But yeah, and then they released their third expansion, and that health increase went from 45% to I think about 65%. And then the fourth expansion came out, and that went from 65 to 70 to 75 or 80% was the increase. And you were ending up with like, oh man, at the end of the expansion, I had like, I had almost 600,000 hit points at the end of the fourth expansion. So they were like, yeah, we need to do something about this because these stats are just, it's getting a little ridiculous. So they went back and they redid the whole leveling aspect, everything about it entirely. Reduced the total amount of experience you had, the total amount of experience was required.
That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target.
But yeah, essentially they went back and they made things a little bit more smoother. And now instead of having 600k hit points at the end, I have 500k. But instead of that being stretched over 90 levels, which was at the end of the fourth expansion, it's stretched over 100 levels. So the increase is much more gradual. The curve slope for how you level up your stats and all that are much more moderate in their aspects. And also due to that, they made it a little bit easier to deal with the monsters that you have to kill and everything like that.
What can I do for you? Get gabbing or get going.
Challenging to level in the first 3 expansions. Things were difficult. Things weren't easy. Specifically the first expansion.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
They were a pain. They
Watch
were
your
a
back.
real pain.
I got a bad feeling.
Things have gotten a lot easier since then. And I totally just healed myself there for like 36 hit points. I have like more than triple that.
Gilneas will rise
I have
again.
a lot of hit points. Ooh, look, I got my next heal, which is rejuvenation, and that heals a lot more. It heals close to 200 hit points, which is about almost half my health. Which is pretty solid. If I get myself in a sticky situation, I'll be good. But I really wish these shoulders didn't look so awkward compared to the rest of my shit. Just awkward. Okay, so I don't need to go here yet. As I said, I've played this game before, but it's been, I've played this race before, but it's been a while since I've done the quest area because this came out in the 3rd expansion, which was like 2008. No, it wasn't 2000. It was 2010. It came out in 2010, which is a while ago. But anyways, yeah. As I was saying, it's been a while since I've played this game, played this race, and so I don't remember exactly everything that went on. I remember a lot, but not everything. I mean, I won't really get lost because this game makes it really easy to find stuff, and that's just, again, that's just another way that they've made the game easier. as the game has developed, it has gotten easier over the years. In the first the first release of the game, before there was an expansion, you actually had to read the quest dialogue, and it would give you a basic directional system, and you would just have to walk until you found what you were looking for. There wasn't any descriptive ideas or where things were, how to get them taken care of, or anything like that. I should probably turn the sound down so it doesn't get too ridiculous.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
I totally forgot. I'm supposed to stick around here and wait until they heal him up. I wish I could just use my healing.
I can't cast that yet. I need a target. That's still recharging. I need to target something first.
Ain't you a shipper?
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Well, yeah, it's not really a fair fight because they are basically getting like one shot. Apparently I can't one shot anymore because my insta-cast ability sucks dick.
I don't have a target.
But anyways, basic stats, they changed it. A lot of it used to be all in one specific stat, like if you had spell crit, spell haste, spell other things like that. It was all under like attack or spell. Like if you're a melee caster, it would show you your attack power, it would show you your dodge chance, all that.
I need to target something first.
They've
That's
kind of
still
micromanaged a lot of that aspect.
I can't cast that yet.
Into different situations.
I need a target.
I will admit I do really like the music in this game. It just is fantastic. I really wish I had a mount that I could ride at level 1, but I don't. And that kind of makes me a little bit sad.
That's still recharging.
What's even more interesting about it is a lot of these heirlooms look like the original sets of gear that they had in the first pre-expansion release of World of Warcraft. And so this is like typically what an actual druid would look like. Not to mention a lot of the classes. Well, I shouldn't say classes. There were 2 classes that they added into the game over the years. The first being the Death Knight, which was considered a hero aspect class. He didn't start at level 1. He started at level 55, and
What is it?
I've been bitten by a Worgen. Oh no, I'm gonna turn, guys. You were bitten by a Worgen. The wound looks minor, but maybe it'll go away with time. Question mark. Alright, where are you? I know you gotta be around here somewhere.
That spell isn't ready yet.
At least my Wrath can still one-shot stuff.
I can't do that yet.
Attack him, boy. Get him. Get him.
Not ready yet.
That ambient thunder in the background. Like it gave me a staff and a mace. It's like, we don't know which one you want, but you can have both. Not really necessary, but here you go, man. Like, who gives a fuck? Just take it. Like, yes, yes. Like I sound like one of those princely, scholarly style, British men. Like, yes. I speak in very slow, monotonous tones. I save you, my man. Yes. Yes. I'm probably doing a very bad, version of it, but that works. Yes. Get him, boys. Get him, get him, get him. You level 3s. Of course, sir. Fighter at will. You know, they're fucking humans, but they sound like dwarves. And dwarves sound like that. And, yeah, stuff. She's been bit too. She looks weird. It's just the picture. The picture makes her look weird. But those facial expressions, bruh. Those facial expressions, bruh. This guy's like, I have no emotion. I'm just a lumberjack. I go day to day, working 14 hours a day. I don't stop working until the sun goes down, and I don't start working until the sun comes up. Alright.
Let's round up as many of them as we can. Every Worgen chasing us.
That's still recharging.
One less Worgen.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
I think eventually this horse will die. These constant 2s and 3s and the occasional 4 will eventually whittle down the 1500 hit points that this horse has. Kind of went a very indirect route. What are you doing, guys? Alright, some fun stuff. Boom, boom. 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 I prefer the machine gun route, guys.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Oh god, this makes me want to go back into my higher level and do Karazhan. Karazhan was one of the raids that came out. It was like, I think it was like one of the first raids they released for the first expansion, World of Warcraft, which was called the Burning Crusade. And it was like the only raid during that time that I did because I was pretty PvP focused. I didn't really do much. I kind of sat in a guild called Couch Potatoes and didn't do fucking shit. Plus I was pretty young, so I didn't know what I was doing. My brother, on the other hand, was doing well, raid leading and stuff like that. At fucking like 9. I started playing at like 13. Apparently he's like some miraculous genius or some shit.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
But yeah, he was just doing a lot more stuff than I did, so he might remember which order they came from. But I remember most of... Whoa, I totally forgot about this. That motherfucker.
Look at what you've become. Those cursed beasts. They've left you nothing more than just another wretched mongrel. Do you even remember what you did to your friends? Your kind, haunting the wilds unchecked, until we found you. They've kept you alive because they still believe you can be saved. To which I must ask, is there even a shred
By the way,
of
this is
humanity left within you?
This is the original human model. A lot of cinematics didn't change. Because why change them? Because they
We will
look.
find out soon enough.
They're good, no matter what. I mean, the story is awesome. It's just you get these little glimpses into what things used to be in the game when you look at it. Oh,
Gilneas will rise again.
got my cat form that I don't need. Complete my quest. Because why not? Yeah, I've been doing this video a little too long. I think we're gonna pick up this quest and I'm gonna cut this video up and I'm gonna post it and hopefully it goes through because that would be awesome. So, in the video here,